the avocado sauce. I
Okay.
don't have any in my purse this time
Yeah.
because I
So,
left them
and
at
it's
home.
it's it's really easy. And I'm,
Uh-huh.
and then you make something a certain way, and then you think, oh, next time I'll add this to it,
Yeah.
or next time I'll add
Yeah.
that. Like I'll go out to eat and I'll have leftovers, and I'll come home and I don't heat them up in the microwave. I heat them up in a skillet
Uh-huh.
because then I'll start adding more stuff to it.
Oh, so you add your little flair to
Yeah.
to give it a
Yeah.
different
Mhm.
taste or
Mhm.
so let's go back to a little bit on when you started your journey and
Yeah.
you decided, okay, I'm doing this. It was August the 12th, 2018.
Mm.
Sometimes I see this lifestyle as someone that has a lot of money, a certain
Mm.
education, a certain. Is this something that anyone could tackle? What are some of the obstacles? What if you're on a budget?
Yeah.
What if you got kids? What are some ideas or some tips around that? And what did you stumble over? Did you have
So
detox?
yeah, I mean, so you hear people say, "Well, I noticed all these changes in my body and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt better, and and I slept better," which I haven't ever slept
So
better.
what
But
has happened? What are
so
the
what happened to
main things
me
that you felt like
is
right
I
away or
lost.
with time?
So over time, I ended up losing 30 pounds.
Wow.
So when I
Okay, say it
started
one more
off,
time.
I lost 30 pounds
With
with eating,
a
changing the
plant
way that I
based,
ate.
changing
Yeah.
the way you ate.
So it was probably about 90 to 95% of 100% what I ate and very little exercise because I was
Wow.
running,
Uh huh.
but I wasn't running
Yeah.
consistently. I was working out, but I wasn't working out consistently, maybe just like 1 or 2 times a week.
Okay.
So when
And this is over how many?
so this was over
A
probably
year,
no,
six
this was
months?
probably a course of about 6 months because I
Really?
weighed myself right as I started at my brother's house,
Uh huh.
and I was 203,
Yeah.
and I'm only 5'7", so that's kind of heavy for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when I got, and I think I've gained some weight because it's the holidays, and I've
How
just
that happens? I got
there's
like five
so
pounds
that
extra.
that's a problem too is convenience. It's like, oh, well, let me just go grab this because I don't want to take the time to cook stuff and cook.
Yeah.
So, but that's we can get into that later. But so when I first started off, I also ate a lot of raw foods. So
And explain raw.
so
So
raw is anything that is, I don't know 100% the definition, but I know it can be cooked up to like a certain temperature.
okay.
But I didn't cook anything. I mean,
So
I
just like
did cook
here's a
meals.
carrot and yum yum yum.
Yeah, well, I would have a salad. So let's say I
Okay.
would have a big salad with a lot of kale,
Okay.
sometimes some spinach, but then I would put in red, yellow, orange bell peppers. I
Got
would put
it.
in
Yeah.
tomatoes. I would put in
And not
mushroom,
cooked or
not
sauteed,
cooked,
just
just
raw,
raw.
just like
Raw
I
carrots.
kind of cut it off the tree and I washed it and I
Yeah,
ate it.
yeah. But I was eating fruit,
Okay.
and I was eating a lot of salads. But I would cook some meals. But I
Yeah.
was eating, and I was probably eating maybe 60% raw. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really, I mean, looking back, I didn't journal much. I do have a journal that I did start, but I haven't added to it lately.
Okay.
But, but eating raw is one of those things too, where you have to make sure that you get enough calories.
Yeah.
So I think because I wasn't eating 100% raw, I was eating some cooked food.
Mm-hmm.
And so, therefore, I was getting the amount of calories that I needed,
Okay.
but not consuming heavy animal products and, not consuming dairy. Um,
So we're talking about eggs,
drinking, no eggs
milk,
either. Yeah, no milk, no eggs, no
no
meat,
butter.
no butter.
What about oils?
I was using oil at first, but I don't
What
use
kind of
oil
oil?
anymore.
No.
I use
Olive oil? Avocado oil.
avocado oil.
Okay.
So because, and there's people say like, oh well, avocado or oil is good for you because it's good fat and you need the
Mm-hmm.
omega threes and
Yeah.
things like that, which those things are good for you. But if you look at oil, it's also 14 grams of fat for a
Oh,
tablespoon,
yeah.
and I don't know the calorie content on it,
So that's
but
a lot of
so
that.
you've
Yeah, that
got this
little
much.
when you can eat this much
Yeah, so
for the
you've
same
got
amount of.
something like that
Okay.
that has 14 grams of
Mm-hmm.
fat and I think 120 calories or maybe more.
Yeah.
Or you can eat because like when I make my salad, a lot of times people put olive oil on their salad.
Yeah.
I do lemon juice, apple cider
Oh.
vinegar, and
Okay.
balsamic vinegar.
You mix all that together, or just
I
separate?
just I put all my salad together and then I put the lemon juice over it, the
Mm.
balsamic vinegar,
Okay.
and then the apple cider vinegar, and then I mix it in, and it gives it a nice, and then you've got all the vegetables and
Yeah.
everything in there. So
So you decrease the meat,
hmm
and then all of a sudden
I
we're
eliminated it.
done. as your journey doing your journey, and then and you're increasing your fruit and vegetable, and you're saying I got to eat a lot more because I need calories.
Yes.
Right. And then you started feeling effects, so you lost the weight.
Yeah.
Was that your goal to lose the weight, or was your goal like I want to take care of my body?
Yeah, I was.
And this was like.
Yeah, I wanted to do this for my future health. Because
How old were you at this point?
I was just a year and a half ago, so I
So
was 40,
you were
45.
just wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my whole life, my whole adult life, it's my weight's been up and down.
Okay.
Working out's been up and down. Okay. I'm gonna eat healthier up and down.
Yeah.
And so I've never been consistent with it. So I didn't go into this going, oh, I'm gonna do this because I want to lose weight and I want to be consistent. I just wanted to be healthier, period. Okay. And so it was my future health is what I was really looking at.
So it was your approach.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, we're at the first of the year where everyone's like making their goals. Like, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to drop 2 sizes, or I want to XYZ, versus your approach is more like, I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
And your brother
I lost weight in the process. Yeah, he just sent me.
He just sent you this.
So that's the thing too, is he basically, I look at it as like he gave me a tool.
Yeah.
It was up to me to use the tool, and then it was up to me to do something about it.
Got it. Because when people ask me, they're like, "Are you?" Because when they watch me eat, I never show up and say, "Oh, I'm this." I just start making a plate at whatever party I show up, or dinner or function. And I just start looking, and I, as I go, if it's a buffet style, the servers have all the, the chicken cordon bleu and the lasagna with the meat in it. And I skip all that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and I get to the salad, or I get to the vegetable medley. There's usually a vegetable medley. And I always lean in and say, hey, can I just want a lot of vegetables. I'm going to skip this, I'm going to skip that. But can I have the extra vegetables in place of that? And then some of them will say, oh, so you're vegan or you're vegetarian? Or I'm like, well, at first I'm like, well, I just don't eat a lot of meat because no me cae. I would say it in Spanish. They just didn't agree with me. And then they would later say, oh, okay. Like if it was a red meat, they would say, oh, we got chicken if you don't eat meat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's the same thing. Meat is a
meat.
Chicken. Meat is, and so I would just ask them, can you give me extra vegetables? And so they would give me extra vegetables, and there was a salad, and then I would skip the cheese, skip the whatever other creamy stuff is out there, and if there's the tea station, then I go pick up all the lemons, and then squeeze it, and if there's some kind of salad dressing, I would typically try to pick, like if there's an Italian vinaigrette or something that was not the ranchy, creamy stuff. Yeah. And now when people ask me, they see me preparing a plate wherever I'm at, and I'll say, well, I'm like an accidental semi-vegan. So it was like an accident that I didn't mean for that to happen. And when you said how you started your journey, it wasn't like I gotta lose weight or I gotta do this. My weight also came off as a byproduct, I guess, of the way I started to eat. Yeah.
Because there's so many people that you listen to podcasts or you follow their Instagram page. Because I've connected with other people who share their journeys. And that is a byproduct of eating plant-based and eliminating it. And you also, especially if you want to do it to be healthier, that's like a really good approach. Because if you think of it approach. If you think of it as one of the doctors said it, you're either feeding disease or feeding your health or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So
let me write this down. I like to write comments down. Feeding
disease or feeding your health.
Or feeding your health.
And I don't know that that's exactly how he said it.
I want to see some kind of comment.
Yeah. So, but if you start, and people say, well, I love bacon, I love cheese, and I love this, and I love that. There are alternatives to everything, and not everything tastes the same. With cheese, it's really hard because you take a lot of it.
I've had vegan cheese and it's nasty. Yeah. That's just me.
There's certain vegan cheeses, though, that I was really surprised. Really? Yes. So there's one, Follow Your Heart is a brand that makes a lot of different vegan products, and they have these Gouda cheese slices. It's amazing. It's so good. That was the first cheese I had ever gotten.
cheese lover. But see, I'm lactose intolerant, so it all worked out.
Yeah.
But I did eat cheese for a while. Like I could tolerate the cheese on a pizza because it's really baked and kind of crispy. Yeah. And then I would tear half of it off. And no meat, right? And if all they had was a pizza with meat, I would just start taking off all the stuff. But then you also have that grease left over.
Yeah, the oil.
Hot, like the dollar menu, you know, or fast food, and now we just have to figure out how to give us that same healthier choice, but looks like what we grew up with.
Yeah, so like with the meat products, and especially like you have your Beyond Meat, and you have your Impossible Burger, you have Impossible Sausage. So they're not necessarily healthier. Okay. They're not necessarily healthy, but they're a healthier option.
A healthier choice. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're made, because they're still processed. Yeah. So if you start eating Beyond Burgers and processed vegan cheese and French fries every day,
you're still
you're gonna be healthier in the sense that you're not consuming animal products, but you're still eating processed foods. Got it. And so, but I think, and this kind of like really hit me a couple of weeks ago. I went to there's this new restaurant in town.
What's it called?
Chef Kenny's. Ooh. It's an Asian vegan restaurant.
No.
And he has vegan sushi there.
Really?
Which I had not had sushi since I had gone vegan. Yeah. And so he and I posted on my Instagram, but so I went and I ate this sushi because my daughter had asked me at one point, like before I went vegan, she'd asked me, she's like, if there was something that you had to choose one thing that you could only eat this one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I said sushi. Always, because I've always loved sushi. Mm-hmm. So I went to Chef Kenny's and I ordered 3 different rolls of sushi. Ooh. And I, we were sharing them and stuff. Yeah. And then I ended up taking my daughter and my son there. But after I went there, I realized it really, really hit me. It really sunk in for the first time after living this lifestyle for almost a year and a half. Why do we eat sushi? When we go eat sushi, why do we eat it? We don't go and eat sushi because we go, oh, I want to go eat these sushi rolls because it's fish. Yeah. We go and we eat these sushi rolls because it just tastes so good. So if you can make a sushi roll that doesn't involve using fish, doesn't use seafood, and it tastes just as good, and accomplish that insane, really good flavor, then you're winning, And so that's the same thing with the burgers, with the sausages. Yeah. It's a replacement for the flavor, for the taste. Because if you think about it, if you have a hamburger patty and you want to go cook a hamburger patty, you don't just take that hamburger patty by itself and cook it and add absolutely nothing to it. It would taste plain. Oh, yeah.
It's all same with the extra breast stuff that you put in there. It's sazon, what they say in Spanish.
Yeah, so same with the chicken breast, same with the salmon. Yeah. You're like, oh, you have to taste this roasted, basted, seasoned, whatever, chicken breast, steak, this and that. It all has, almost always you have some kind of seasoning on it. So if you can find a way to eat plant-based products that have the same seasoning, then you're accomplishing what it is that you want to do, and that's the flavor, the taste of it. So some people look at it as, I don't want to eat something that represents what I'm trying to stand against. Like, I am totally against, the animal cruelty and, factory farming and all this stuff. So I don't want to eat something that represents that. And that's
okay.
That's okay, because everybody has their own views, and that's okay. But we also, I have to remember where I came from. Yeah. Other people have to remember where they come from.
Are there vegan tamales yet?
Yes.
Vegan pozole?
I'm not sure.
Vegan menudo?
No, I don't know about that.
Vegan chimichurri?
I'm sure there will be. Wait, what?
Vegan burritos?
Yes, I had a vegan burrito last night.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. You just, black beans,
oh my
rice,
God, I'm so hungry now.
Avocado.
That's it. You got something in front of me I've been wanting to jump into.
There's 2 vegan Mexican restaurants in Houston.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, we're gonna have to come back to the restaurants because I have dollar signs right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the things I want to ask you after we try. Squish your hand. Speaking of adding and cooking and making. You brought some awesome things that have been sitting under my nose this whole time, and my stomach is growling. I don't know if you heard it. So I want you to kind of, we're going to have the camera showing for those that are listening later on. I'm gonna describe, and so is he, the best that we can what we have in front of us. But for those that are watching, you get a chance to see it and potentially pretend like you're tasting it. So describe, what plate do I have in front? What did you cook up?
This is the Celebration Roast by Field Roast. So Field Roast is the brand. They have this. They have sausages. They have some cheeses. And it says
ready to eat.
It says ready to eat.
What does that mean?
So that means that all of the ingredients that they've put into it, I guess it maybe already been. It doesn't say that it's already been. I can just open it right now and just tear it. Eat it cold. Yeah. Oh. Or you can warm it up. Can you read what it says? So yeah, and that's the thing too. Is a lot of these things, they say, well, what's in it? I visit people and they're like, well, what is it? What's in it? And so it's just all plant-based stuff. It's filtered water, vital wheat gluten, expeller pressed safflower oil, yeast extract, barley malt, whole wheat flour, butternut squash, granulated garlic, apples, garlic, apples, onion powder, organic wheat flakes, mushrooms, yellow pea flour, lemon juice, lentils, red wine, tomato paste, sea salt.
Did someone say red wine?
Carrageenan, which it says that's Irish moss sea vegetable extract, black pepper, rubbed sage, rosemary, spices, paprika, carrots, and natural liquid smoke. So there's a lot of spices in here.
Yes, I hear that. And my mouth just watered.
So what makes up the I guess kind of the solid and meaty consistency, I believe, is the vital wheat gluten. Okay. Because it kind of forms like a paste and stuff. Yeah. So so obviously this is a processed food, but I mean, if you listen to all the ingredients, there's nothing in here that you can't pronounce. Yeah.
That's always the ticket, because when a while back, I used to promote healthy eating in schools. I used to dress up like Lady Veggie instead of Lady Gaga. And I had some dancing vegetables around me. Nice. So we go to all the pre-K Head Starts, and we would talk about making healthy choices. And one of the things and then there was the parent piece, and the parent piece was cooking healthier. Like I wasn't a nutritionist or anything, but I just would, it was a curriculum we were following, and I would just pick one or two easy recipes for moms to do. And one of the things we talked about is when you go shopping, look at the ingredients. If you are beyond the fifth one, the fourth one, and you don't know what it says, and it's got a lot of letters in it, then put it down.
And just to say something real quick on something that you said you're not a nutritionist, and I'm not either. But another thing I heard on a podcast is common sense. Yes. It's it's almost common sense to just know that if you're eating more fruits, even if you say I don't want to give up meat. But I'm only going to eat meat like maybe once a week. Twice a week, But you consume more vegetables and fruits. When has anybody ever said that fruits and vegetables are not healthy for you?
You're already winning. Yeah. In that moment.
So if you increase your fruits and vegetable intake, you're going to do your body so much better. Even if you're, because a lot of times people are eating, and people, they talk about protein, and it's like they eat protein for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. So that's a different discussion. But So this is.
So what do we have? So we got that
Celebration Roast by Field Roast.
And the Celebration Roast is supposed to
be. This could be more like if you were to have a ham. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you were to have like some kind of a honey baked ham or something, because it has the consistency of some of that, and it also has really a lot of flavors, and because it has good. It has all of the spices in it. So it's really good. And then the side dish, I was looking for a side dish.
Okay, what is the side dish?
That was kind of pre-made, something I could bring in also. But then I like making a lot of my own stuff, so I decided to just kind of whip it up. Do something out of my head.
So what is in here?
So it is just jasmine rice.
Okay. With so let's point it out. You pointed out
so there's jasmine rice here, and then they're really small, but I diced up some sweet potatoes and boiled them. Ooh. And so there's some orange in there, which is the sweet potatoes, and then sautéed mushrooms. Nice. And typically, I don't use oil, but I use a little bit of. I just kind of
so does it stick on the pan? Is that
so it doesn't stick so much, and because I was trying to get the sweet potatoes and the mushrooms a little bit charred, and it helps with that. But usually, I use water.
Really?
And you can as long as you keep stirring it, then you add water occasionally to it. and you've got a good pan, you can cook without oil. I've even baked stuff without oil.
Really?
And sometimes it might stick to the little thing, but it's just, I'm just trying to consume less fat and calories.
Got it.
That like we said earlier, that's such a small portion.
Time. How, like, I'm a mom.
Mm-hmm.
There's moms probably watching. I want my kids to eat healthier. I want to eat healthier. Cost and time.
So the rice,
like this, all together, how much would all this kind of run?
And that you asked that question earlier about cost of eating and how, can you do it on a budget? You definitely can.
Yeah.
If you eat stuff like this all the time, then it is going to be more expensive. It's going to be more costly because this little thing is $6.99.
Okay.
So, but if you look at rice, just white rice or brown rice, it's usually pretty inexpensive. Mushrooms you can get.
Squash you can buy in the produce.
Yeah.
Or what is it? No.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato.
So, and the sweet
which are good for women.
The sweet potatoes
are good for women.
You can
a lot of estrogen for women.
You can dice up the sweet potatoes, and you can throw some seasonings. And if you want to use a little bit of oil, you can. So, just throw them in the oven while the rice is cooking, which usually takes, depending on the kind of rice, usually about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you can saute your mushrooms at the same time. So.
And then you can probably put like a side salad, maybe like a raw side salad, lots of greens,
One of my favorite side salads is I do kale, diced up small, finely diced up kale.
Baby kale?
Just regular green
kale. Because adult
kale
is like really bitter.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, I know a lot of people are like, I'm trying to love kale, I just can't get into it.
It's a love-hate relationship right now.
So I guess but if you want to use spinach, if you like spinach, you can do that too.
Do spinach. Okay.
So or any other collard greens or whatever your favorite kind of green.
So you do kale and then what else?
So I do kale. I take a raw beet and I
what?
A raw beet.
Beet, the little red.
Okay. And they're about this big.
Yeah.
And I shred it on a cheese grater.
Oh, like it's cheese, but it's actually.
But it comes out shredded.
Okay.
Because I use it for salads and I use it for smoothies. But so I put in kale, shredded beets, just traditional hummus, sea salt, black pepper, and lemon juice. And you mix all that together. I put in a hummus just on a whim one time. I was like, I bet that would taste good in there, and it does.
I remember you tasting the hummus and everything else.
It tastes really good.
Watering. So that would be a good like for me. When I accidentally became a vegan, it was when I was recovering from a major surgery.
Okay.
And I was at home literally kind of let's say like for 4 to 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I finally left the house like maybe at the 5th week.
Oh yeah.
And I was just at home with yoga pants and I couldn't wear a lot of restricted clothing because it was in the abdomen area. So I wore a lot of loose fitting PJs that my friends got me while I was at home in bed. And my mom made me a lot of at-home food, comida casera, which is like she just made a lot of food at home. And the only thing I was craving after the surgery was chicken noodle soup without the chicken and without the noodle.
Oh, yeah. Just the soupy part.
The broth.
Yeah.
I craved that, just lots of soups, vegetable soups, and cabbage soups, and what else did I crave? My smoothies again, that I was making on my own before the surgery. And I was craving chocolate cake. I think that might have been an anemia, maybe somewhere back there. But I craved a lot of chocolate cake, the soups, and salads. And so that's all I ate while I was laid out in bed. I wasn't working out. When it was time for me to get ready to leave my house, I put on some clothes. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, everything's big.
Yeah.
And I didn't do a damn thing. All the exercise I did was get up, go to the bathroom, come back, lay down, maybe shower. That was the most movement I did. And I lost about maybe 15 pounds during that time. Then before the surgery, I started on my own exercising, and I did start to increase fruits and vegetables, and meat was maybe to like once a week.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when I came out of that surgery and I went to this restaurant I always go to, and I ordered this plate that I always order. I took a bite out of it. It was like some kind of chicken, I don't know, Italian plate. And it tasted terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It tasted too salty. It was so overwhelming that I didn't even taste the chicken anymore. And then when I did taste the chicken, it was like, ugh. And then I loved burgers from certain, I'm not gonna name the places, but there's these burgers. It was a new chain that opened up, and we always ate burgers there. And when I went to eat that burger, it smelled good. It was yummy. And then I bit into it, and I was like, oh, this is nasty. I was like, literally, like the meat came out of my mouth. After that, I couldn't tolerate eating meat anymore.
Well, and that's what happens too. Is if you start changing what you eat, you'll change what you crave.
Yes. So now when I'm hungry, I literally crave red, green, like colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. I crave colors now.
Yes.
Like when I walk into a place I'm about to eat something, like, does your menu come with pictures? Like,
yeah. Well, and then the amount and types of food that you like. I guess my personal menu has expanded tremendously. Yes, go ahead. My personal menu has expanded tremendously of the amounts of food, the types of foods that I eat.
This is really good.
So we have this, and then so we have
Indian food. I really love Indian food now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't like it before.
It's good stuff.
And you look at all the.
You have to warm it up.
Oh, this. So this you can eat cold or you can warm it up. I like it better when it's a little bit warmer. You can put it in a skillet and give it a little bit of a char to it, or you can stick it in the oven. You can stick it in the microwave if you want to, which I have done. If you need it to
I'm not a microwave cooker either.
So
I don't even have a microwave in my house.
Yeah. So I don't reheat with microwave, but then you've got the rice mixture, and you can do so many things with rice. You can add things to it. You don't have to eat just rice.
I'm about to try the celebration roast. Is that what this is called?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
What about the cookies?
Oh, hold on. Where's the coffee?
Yeah, we don't have coffee.
We don't have coffee with the cookies.
But we do have this.
Ooh.
What is it?
So this is Silk is the brand.
And I can have that because I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah. So during the holidays is when eggnog comes out, and some people are like, "Oh, that's so gross," and other people
but if you
like
add like liquor in it, it tastes even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I've always liked eggnog, and then I started drinking this before I went vegan though, because I stopped drinking milk when my daughter was a year old.
Why?
Because she kind of got sick when she was a year old.
Okay.
From just because our bodies aren't designed to drink the breast milk of another animal.
Exactly.
So
I've shared that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't drink like dog's milk or milk from a cat, and so when you I think that there's like a percentage of like somewhere around 60% or more of the world is lactose intolerant. It's because it's not designed for us. It's designed for baby cow. So you're not a baby cow. So
you shouldn't be drinking baby cow milk.
So, so when my daughter was a year old, we started giving her milk because our pediatrician said, give her milk now. And so she kind of got sick from it because of the allergies, and she doesn't need it. Her body was rejecting it. Yeah. So the pediatrician said to give her soy milk because back then this was like 18 and a half years ago.
Yeah, soy was like,
that was pretty much the only thing that you could find. You didn't have all the alternative milks now. So there was soy milk. So I had issues with congestion. So if I would drink milk, because I ate cereal a lot. If I would eat cereal or eat ice cream or eat pizza, I would get really, really congested because of the dairy. And so I stopped drinking milk. And my congestion...
you were fine.
Yeah, I was still eating cheese and ice cream occasionally, but I noticed that. I recognized that I would have an issue. I would get really, really congested after eating ice cream. So actually, there was a period of time that I stopped eating dairy just because of that. And that was years and years ago. And I noticed a huge difference in the way that I felt. Oh, wow. And not being congested, not, having to blow my nose all the time, and sneezing all the time. Yeah. So...
so then you picked up this eggnog.
Yeah, so this soy nog.
So soy
silk. Yeah, so this is made of soy milk.
So there's no eggs.
There's no eggs. So this is
because eggnog's made of eggs, right?
Yes.
It's eggnog.
Yeah.
So it's no eggs. Yeah,
it's just soy milk, filtered water, cane sugar. These have like so it has sea salt, rum. I didn't know it had rum in it.
What has rum?
Natural, but it's not enough rum. Turmeric and annatto for color. Okay. So there's not a whole lot of ingredients in this, which is actually really good. I haven't even looked at that much before, but so this is a good alternative if you like eggnog.
Yeah.
And
I'm not a big eggnog person because I guess I missed out on a lot of stuff because I'm not dairy, because I am dairy, lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
So
you want to try some?
I would love to try it, see what it tastes like.
So I'll shake it up.
So if I were to want to buy this today, like how much are we looking at?
So as I said, this was $6.99. I think this is like maybe $1.99 or $2.49 or something like that.
Well, that's not bad for the Silk, bro.
Yeah.
Like the Silk brand.
And then the rice, I can't remember how much the rice is, but you know, rice was like maybe $3 because I got organic.
Yeah.
So it's maybe $3, $4. But this is the I do a cup of rice.
Okay.
And then a cup of rice and then cook it with water. But
so
this
we're
is
like maybe $25.
Maybe not even that.
Okay.
So because you're less than $10 with these two, I think this was $3.99. These are the cookies. So these are plant-based cookies.
Plant-based cookie dough.
So there's no there's no egg, there's no milk in it.
Yeah.
And then these are what the cookies cook up like.
Ooh, let's see, show them.
And
so they look like regular
soft,
chocolate chip cookies.
And
they're soft.
They taste like regular chocolate
and they taste
chip
like
cookies.
regular. Okay, I would like to taste the eggnog with the cookie.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say a little bit en español. So hemos estado hablando ahorita y lo voy a decir todo en español con Rafael, que él nos está dando unas ideas y el por qué él decidió serse vegano. Él perdió peso, pero no empezó esto con decir, yo tengo que perder peso, voy a hacer este tipo de comida, de comer así. Él empezó solamente porque vio un show, una película, un documental que se llama Food Choices. Y en ese documental él vio que aquí en los Estados Unidos nuestra comida, cómo se hace, ha cambiado tanto desde los años cuando yo estaba de niña, los 70s y antes. De hoy en día, la comida que nosotros comemos y compramos, que la carne, cómo se procesa, los ingredientes que se usan para que uno pueda comprar algo, un alimento, llevar a la casa y que lo podamos poner en la refri por mucho tiempo o poner ¿cómo se dice? En el pantry, comadre. Guardarlo hasta en la cena hasta que se usa. Que hoy en día la comida de hoy no es como antes y por eso nos está afectando tanto nuestra salud. Hemos visto muchos números altos con diabetes, con colesterol. A veces también se dice que los cánceres es causado porque nosotros estamos comiendo mucho más de lo que debemos de productos de animales. Y lo que él está viendo, él no empezó a decir, pues yo voy a ser vegano. Él nomás empezó a comer mejor, saludable. Y cuando él empezó a hacer eso, él perdió 30 libras en 6 meses. Y también esta comida que estamos aquí probando, porque como mamá, pues yo estoy corriendo para aquí, para acá y para allá. Y le dije, pues, ¿cuánto tiempo se usa para hacer y preparar ese tipo de comida? También para mí tenemos ¿cómo se dice? Un presupuesto, ¿verdad? Y hay que ver también, es muy costoso porque a veces comer saludable, lamentablemente, comer saludable a veces cuesta más. Porque uno puede ir al McDonald's, no voy a decir dónde, pero uno puede ir a los lugares donde puedes ir a la ventanilla, ordenas tu comida, hay un menú donde puedes escoger cosas que cuestan $1 cada cosa y a veces la gente solamente tiene para poder comprar algo así, ¿verdad? Pero hay que empezar, mamás, abuelitas, tías, así como antes cocinaban en las casas y hacían sus comiditas, nosotros como mamá tenemos que empezar a hacer eso, porque yo no les puedo decir que no soy una persona que me gusta mucho cocinar, pero hay que aprender y lo que quiero traerles a ustedes unas oportunidades de aprender y que puedan comer saludable para que sus hijos puedan pues seguir adelante con los sueños que nosotros tenemos para ellos. Así es que aquí estuvo Mr. Ruiz y vamos a hacer ¿cómo se dice? Un Happy New Year, Feliz Año Nuevo,
Un
brindis con el eggnog. A toast with the eggnog. So this is all no animal products. No hay nada de animal en esto y se llama eggnog. ¿Cómo se dice en español el eggnog?
Ay, no sé. ¿Rompope?
Rompope. ver.
Pero este es vegano.
Es vegano. No tiene nada de animales, productos de animales. A ver, okay, let's
Vamos
go.
a verlo en pantalla para que
A ver.
sepan cuál.
Ready? And the cookie.
And they
Oh,
can
sorry.
see it on.
Okay. Go on.
No, I'm gonna show the. Can you show the?
Oh yeah, show the product. Let's see. Here we go.
This here.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Yeah, they can see it.
Oh my gosh, this tastes really good.
So it's Silk brand.
Mm-hmm.
There are other brands, but
Sponsor
I found
us.
that this one.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
no, I tag them
We
as
need
much as I
to
can.
make inroads into the Latino community because this type of eating, it's like alien to our community. And that's why I want to share this. Y por eso lo quiero compartir. Because a lot of times we are big tamale eaters, carne asadas, and you know, we got to make sure that as we leave you today, that you take these ideas, watch it, listen, do your own research. Agarran esas ideas, tómanlas y hagan su propia buscada de información para que uno pueda tener una vida pues más larga y saludable y poder también seguir comiendo las comidas que nos gustan, pero en un modo mucho más saludable.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Sí.
have to be expensive. There's vegetables, there's potatoes, there's
Sí, coma.
lentils, there's yeah.
Sí, en sí, como nosotros somos los papás, nosotros tenemos que tomar, ¿cómo se dice? Los renes.
Los riendas de vacas.
Ándale. Y enseñarles a los hijos cómo comer saludable. Haz de cuenta cómo comer como cuando éramos niñas. Las sopas, las comidas en la casa, pero con menos comidas hechas de animales. Así es que, saludos y feliz año nuevo. Cuídense, ámense y coman saludable para que puedan seguir adelante con sus sueños. Y no se les olvide que este show de la Super Comadre Claudia se oye otra vez los viernes, los sábados y los domingos a las 10 de la mañana y a las 10 de la noche por radiocristalUSA.com. Así es que no se les olvide, the show repeats on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 10 o'clock at night. So listen in, share it, take care of one another, and eat healthy so you can live long and live out all the dreams that you have. Adios. Happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuevo. Clink, 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 clink. Bye.
Bye.
This is really good.